y'all doing, my friends? Well, what's up? It's Friday night, and hopefully, majority of you guys are people are enjoying the start of your weekend and stuff. Uh, hasn't been really a good week for me. I mean, job-wise and stuff. Uh, New building I was covering and stuff like that. I almost got into a pretty much almost a couple of arguments and fights with some idiot in the building or whatever. Same old story and stuff. Sad part is I gotta go back there next week again. I don't know if it'll make any difference and stuff, but anyway, I just realized this bigger stuff that I wanted to make this video about than just that and everything. Um, in this video, I'll try to squeeze in what I got coming next, and I don't know if I'll talk about 2 trailers I saw or whatever, but the main topic of this video is regarding is a response to three I would say very good friends of mine who I just finished watching their videos. Uh, First 2 videos I saw was of Michael's video, Michael King, one of my buddies out there, of course, a friend of us all, of course. Um, he did 2 videos basically on the same subject. And I saw a little video that Aaron did, the Restore 07. He did a good video. And I just got done watching a very 22-minute, very well put video by my brother from another mother, Matt. You did a great job, bro. Michael, you did a good job with Aaron. And basically, it's on the topic of what I heard on news this morning. And I was originally going to make a video of it. I seen you guys aired your stuff on it and stuff. And very great job. Very inspiring video for me to make this video and stuff. And what I'm going to say is this fucktarded chicken shit shithead fucking degenerate coward who shot up that theater is not a form of human being. I am not going to refer to him as a guy, because people like that, I don't know if I can refer to them as a people, to be honest. Because, really, and then also with the subject I hear about, because I was going to do a video on this also, but this is going to add to it as well, of how I would call these son of bitches who've been sending hate mail and stuff to critics regarding Dark Knight Rises and stuff, disciples. Because I think those are, to me, far worse than fanboys. See, fanboys, at least in the way I look at it like this, fanboys, okay, I can understand they get lost into the world of the movie and stuff like that. Like, I've been at the Comic-Con. I went to the one last year. I seen a lot of fanboys there. I mean, they dress up in the Star Trek clothes. They dress up in the Firefly clothes. They dress up as Riddick. They dress up as Han Solo. They dress up like Chewie and stuff. But, granted, the ones that seen it, they were not, hurting anybody or whatever like that. Then you got disciples. These are people who live beyond people. These are just fucking cocksuckers who, are quick to jump on top of anybody who threatens them and stuff. See, these are the sick motherfuckers are the reason why a lot of celebrities fear for their lives sometimes. Because of these motherfuckers. People like this, I can't call them people. It's hard for me to call them that. This stuff. And then this fucking degenerate cocksucker in Colorado. How the fuck you go into a movie theater with gear and fire on a bunch of helpless, unarmed people who are there to watch a movie they've been waiting a long time to see? There's like 14, I think 15 people. I heard this made me a little bit more sad when I heard there were actually children that got killed too. And oh man, just I agree with what Matt said. Stuff like this does make you feel bad about being part of the human race, really. Because it's fuckwits like this that make you wonder. I know it's kind of weird. Make you wonder, right? Why aliens don't land? People say there's no intelligent life in the universe. There are intelligent life in the universe. They don't want to come down here. Because what do? We kill each other for stupid things. We kill each other. Like you hear all these stories about domestic violence and the boyfriend kills the wife. Or vice versa. Or kids being killed. Or assaulted. Or gang fights. Or the terrorism stuff like 9/11. I'm downtown Manhattan, folks. Believe me, I seen how when that day happened, how you know the fuckwits of humanity, went nuts and tried to hurt other people, saying, "Oh, this and that." And you had racial stuff going on as well on some I think what was it Pakistani Americans who were viciously attacked. There's a story I never told anybody on here before that on the day when that happened, I was working on the west side, right? I was working in a different area. I wasn't working in Brooklyn at the time. And I had a beard, I had very short hair, and I was wearing sunglasses. And I remember when that thing happened that day, I went home early from work to the west side, and it was a very frightening time to walk in the street, just going from 22nd Street to my neighborhood, man. And the way I looked over my features, because I had a little bit of a beard. I was 20 something years old when that happened, and some people thought I was Pakistani. And you know how horrible that is, frightening that is. I'm not saying all Pakistani people are bad people. I'm just saying with that situation of the chaos that happened and everything like that. I made it home. Then the next day, I remember I had a hat that my grandmother gave me. Says proud to be an American, and I went on the street. I guess I was there to walk to my job to pick up my check or whatever. And I had people walking up to me, cursing me out for no reason at all. Of course, in the street, people honking me, cursing me out, saying this, saying that. I was to the point I didn't want to go outside. All because they thought I looked like a certain race. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Just because 5 chicken shits did that doesn't mean every Middle Eastern guy is an enemy. I'm not Middle Eastern. I'm just saying, just by the features alone, it was a horrible time, a frightening time. I never talked about it before. But what does all this have to do with the situation? Well, you hear about these horrible stories about this scumbag who did this shit. I agree wholeheartedly with Matt. If we were in that theater and he had the body armor and he was reloading, we would get on top of that motherfucker. Throw a fucking beating on that bastard. Throw a fucking beating. Shit. My hand be fucking swollen and bleeding. Fuck that. Look at this scissors, man. Fucking bastard. Trying to spit on my screen. Get it. I know violence is not the answer. But I think this scumbag, the death penalty is too good. Too good to him. No. No death penalty. No death penalty. In prison. Because I guarantee you, in prison, especially if he's going to death row, in prison, general population, look what happened to Jeffrey Dahmer. When the other inmates got a hold of him, that was it. It was payback time. And they beat that motherfucker to death, and he deserved it. Death penalty is too good. No. Sodomy, beating up, the whole thing. The hostile, the whole thing. That's what the motherfucker deserves. That's crazy shit. And I think there was something on the info stuff. I think Michael, on your first video, you talked about the thing about how these critics were getting death threats from these people, so these disciples and stuff. Now, I admit I left a comment on Michael's video saying that this situation and stuff like that made me not like the films. But I'm not saying the films caused this to happen. I'm really not saying that. It's just the point is, I grew up watching Batman, right? But I don't live, breathe, eat shit Batman. I don't have Batman clothes on. You see my wall? I got pictures of my relatives there. My grandmother right up there next to me. Remember that picture? I got a picture of my aunt right there. I got a little tiny picture of me with hair. My grandmother and mother, one of the Christmas times. Want to see how I look with hair? Picture of me, my mother, my grandmother when I had hair. Get ready to be shocked. I had hair. That's right. I had hair. Yeah, I keep that picture right there. Put it back over there. Okay. I know that was strange to some of you people, but I keep them over here. And they over my bed. Right, but the point I'm making with this is that, okay, I enjoy the Transformers films, right, for what they are. Okay, I enjoy Expendables. Yes, I enjoy Future Kill. Yes, I enjoy Friday 13 films. Now, I understand there are critics and there are people on IMDb that don't care for those films. I'm not gonna go and make death threats and say, you better like this movie. I'm not gonna do that shit. Because that's how it is. Nobody's going to think the same way. No one's going to like the same exact film. Like me and Matt, we did a tongue-in-cheek video defending the Expendables, right? Now, there's people that don't like the film. Okay, fair enough. They have their opinion, fine. That's it. People don't like Friday 13 films. Like, I know there's people that probably don't care that much for the Ninja Turtles franchise. Matt is not going to critics writing letters. Well, you should know. Mike is not going to critics. Oh, they didn't like RoboCop. Oh, no, Mike is not doing that. Or like if some of the critics didn't like the Phantasm films, you really think Michael's gonna go write a long letter cursing out critics? No, because we're human beings with a brain. These fuckwits who did that shit have no brain. They're brain damaged. Granted, I know they really, really love the film. They really play. But insulting and making death threats to critics, really? That's gonna help change their mind? Ooh, I'm scared. I'm gonna like the movie now. No. Like another example I could bring up, like Matt did a rant on Cabin in the Woods, right? He caught so much flack. He gave it a second chance out of fairness. Not because he was intimidated, no. To be fair, he still didn't like the film. I don't blame him. I seen the movie once. I don't want to give that shit a second chance. You know, all the horrible things of people sending his videos to the other side. It's stupid, stupid people. Ignorant motherfuckers. Scumbags like that are the reason my videos are the way they are. Ironically enough. I know I turned this about me, granted. Okay. I'm guilty on that. And I don't know what else to go with this, but I've said in the past before, like how people praise Serbian film. I'm not gonna wish death on them. They're entitled to that opinion, fine. People love Martyrs, fine. People love Human Centipede, so be it. Let them love their films. Let me love my movies. Let Michael love his films. Let Matt love his films. Let us all, of course, Mike, everybody, Tony, let us all enjoy our films in peace. And I don't know, I remember I was going to talk something there, because I have on my shorts. I remember, I think I read something on on the info box, Michael posted that somebody, I think in the UK, was dressed up like Bane and I guess shot up a bunch of people waiting online to go see a screening of Dark Knight Rises. What is this? Are these people disciples that they really want to be Bane or Joker? Because I heard a story that fucking asshole in Colorado was dressed up like the Joker. I don't know if it's true or not. Or Bane or whatever. You know? It's ridiculous. Now, do I feel movies are to blame for this? No. Because believe it or not, there were sick motherfuckers running around way before we had films. What about Jack the Ripper, huh, folks? You can say Cain and Abel, you want to go that far back. In the caveman time, there were crazy cavemen running around too, fucking people up. Well, they had no problems fighting the dinosaurs or whatever, if you want to go that deep back. So there was stuff running around death. I mean, look at the stuff that went on doing the West. How a lot of Native Americans got fucked out of their land. What Custer did and all that stuff. There were no movies back then. What Custer was a nut job and what he did. Or even during World War II. What that son of a bitch cocksucker Hitler did. All those innocent people that got killed. The Jewish people in the concentration camps. There were no movies back then that you can't say Hitler saw a movie and made him do that. Many stuff in history. Horrible times in history. You can't blame movies for that. Like I remember way back when, during the 90s when Beavis and Butthead was out, two stupid fucking teenagers went during the middle of a walkway on the highway or on those little walk paths, took a bowling ball and dropped it off the path, and a car got hit. And then when the kids got caught, what did they say? We saw it on Beavis and Butthead. It's not Beavis and Butthead's fault that happened, because the kids are fucking stupid. Plain and simple. Where are the parents? Got the club getting their groove on. Shaking their culo. Shit. You can say the same thing during the 90s when rap music came out. Oh, this gangster rap. No. Parents not doing their fucking jobs and made the kids do that. You know how many rappers had to go on the news and on the talk shows? Look, we're just preaching about stuff in the street. We don't want you all to do it and stuff. But kids did it. Like it or not. The thing with Columbine. Marilyn Manson got blamed for everything. Along with the video game Doom. Now, I discovered Marilyn Manson's music here and there. I've seen interviews with Marilyn Manson. Seems like a very nice guy. He's a bit weird, but he's not making life difficult for me and many others. Seems like a down-to-earth guy. Okay, he's a goth guy. Wow. Whip-de-doo. He's a goth guy. Granted, he's not taking his money, blowing it on, destroying his life and making life difficult from others. Marilyn Manson is not Charlie Sheen, believe it or not. Like what Charlie Sheen did. Running around, treating all these women like shit, shooting at one of his women and stuff. And all this horrible stuff like that. And the whole thing with video games with Doom. And stuff like that. It's just ridiculous. These kids had weapons. So how they got it? I have no fucking idea. Oh, I stole it from my dad's locker. My dad's shit. Your dad should have locked up his shit. All those horrible stuff that went down in Columbine. And then don't forget the whole thing with Virginia Tech. And stuff like that. That's another example of that as well. You can't blame a movie there. What the hell they saw? Shit. So I know some asshole's gonna blame movies and stuff. My opinion on Dark Knight Rises, like I said before, I'm gonna say it again. It's not needed. I've seen clips of it. I've seen trailers of it. I don't give a fuck about the movie. If I do see the film, I think it's decent, fine. If I see the film, I hate it, I'm gonna fucking hate it. I mean, the boys, meaning Matt and Mike, see the film together online or something like that, and by any chance we don't like it, or we split on it or whatever, we're gonna make a video publicly and we're gonna air our opinions. I want to see if somebody stupid tries to make a threat on my life, on Matt, on Mike's. Please, please, come say that. Come say that. That's it. Right in the crack of the culo. That's it. It's bullshit. You know? Bullshit. My heart goes out to the family members of Colorado, and I guess the family members of the people in the UK who were shot as well. I hope that these son of a bitches that they grabbed, their death penalty is too easy. It's too easy. Because it's not gonna happen right away. They're gonna make interviews, they're gonna do this, they're gonna write books, and they're like, no, it's too easy. Put them in general population. Because I guarantee you, you know somebody in the prison, general population, has to be somebody who's, granted, in jail, you do have child molesters, killers, psychos, and like that. But what they hate most is somebody that's more despicable than them. Obviously enough. Look at what happened with Jeffrey Dahmer. He killed all those people and ate them. And then he went to jail. Tried to write books about it and stuff. Until some inmates got together and they fucked him up. They didn't hear no stories about correction officers stopping this or whatever. Why should they? They probably arranged it together. That'll make a good movie. I would like to see that. Movie about the inmates who actually planned this shit to get Jeffrey Dahmer. Forget about it. That'll be a movie that'll probably be interesting. You get a good cast, good writer, good director behind this and stuff. I don't know. But people, disciples, they need to get a life. These people have to stop. I mean, I don't know. They're never gonna stop, obviously, because I'm doing this among friends, basically. But you know, I just wanted to air my thoughts on it. They just need to take a pill and relax a little bit. If I see Expendables 2, right, or Matt sees Expendables 2, or Mike, or whatever, by any chance, it does deliver on what it says it's gonna deliver. Okay, by any chance, if it delivers, and me, Matt, and Mike, we do a big video defending it, talking about it, and by any chance there's people that don't like the film, or they hate the film, we're not gonna go and make a giant hate comments to people and this and that. I mean, Matt and Mike will likely probably will do hate comments, but in self-defense, defending themselves. Because, you know, chances are, especially Mike gets a lot of mad, or any of you guys out there, you get flack for airing your opinion. Because other people don't disagree. Because they have no brain enough to say, wow, I don't like what this guy is saying. You know what? I don't have to watch the rest of this video. That's it. But they don't do that. They stay there and they go, the fuck? Why? I hate to, you know, YouTube is not real life. It is just a hobby. It's a community. You know? And the main people controlling YouTube who came up with this, I mean, I know I've yelled in the past about how YouTube, you know, sometimes they're spineless or dickless, but at the end of the day, if they leave inside, you know what, fuck everybody, and they shut everything down, we're all fucked pretty much. And if that should happen in the future or whatever like that, it will be hard for me because I love doing these videos. I love talking to you guys about movies and vlogs and movie ideas and reviews and rants. And through here, I met a lot of great people. I met Matt, I met Mike, Michael, Aaron, Mario, Joe, Tony, Eddie, Cece, the little sister, Kentucky Container, Mikey, Jason vs. 13th. One day I want to know your real name, dude. Because we've known each other for a long time, mates. You know, I wanted to know your name one day. You know, your nickname, whatever. Or you want me to call Jason 13th? Great. Very good guy. You know, Mario. God, I hope I'm not missing anyone. You know, all you guys out there. Joe. You know, Johnny. Zero Cool. You know, very good people out there. And stuff. You know, and it breaks my heart where mean, there's times I don't go out much, to be honest, because I don't know what's out there. Some people say, well, you live in the city, you live in New York. New York is not a war zone. I mean, it's like everywhere else. You have your good days, you have your bad days. Plain and simple. Maybe sometimes I make it out worse than what it is because of the way I see things and stuff. I mean, right now, if I put the camera outside, you see basically there's nothing much happening outside now. There's no fights. If you hear sirens in the background, that doesn't mean there's somebody shot downstairs. It could mean that, because I have the Williamsburg Bridge right here. Yes, the bridge that gets destroyed in Dark Knight Rises. I've seen that clip. That explains why there were helicopters hovering over there a couple of months ago. I guess they get CGI renderings, I guess, so they can get added to the stuff like that. They come over the bridge and stuff like that. There's like that everywhere. That doesn't mean I live in a war zone. It's just the way it is. The city, the big city. Like Matt, when you did your video, you talked about how people are having fender benders. Here, idiots don't know how to drive any time of the year. You know, every time my uncle, he drives, and nobody there uses the fucking turn signal. Everybody cuts each other off. And people are texting, and driving, or talking on their phone. And what do the police do? The police are running around with their quarters, trying to catch people so they can, with seatbelts, so they can write up a ticket to fill their quota. And shit. You know? I look at the movies for escape, but if somebody condemns a Friday the 13th film, or they condemn a Terminator movie, or they condemn the Nightmare on Elm Street films, or Tekken, that gets a lot of flack, Tekken, or Future Kill, or Terror Within, any of my movies here, I'm not gonna run off like a maniac and do horrible chicken shit stuff like that. Granted, we don't know if that's what the scumbag in the theater was driven by. We don't know that. Or the scumbag in the UK who did that outside the theater was driven by. We don't know if that's what drove. We know that the people who wrote those horrible letters to the critics. Like, granted, I know at times I disagree with critics and stuff. Sometimes I disagree with them. Like Siskel and Ebert, they love Speed too. Granted, they're entitled to their opinion. I believe Gene Siskel hated Aliens. The man praised From Beyond. He's entitled to his opinion. I disagree. The man's entitled to his opinion. I think Kick-Ass, that caught a lot of flack from critics. I disagree. You know, I love that film a lot, but I'm not gonna go off on a whole parade emailing them. Well, I'm not gonna go doing stuff like that. You better. I'm not gonna do that. That's stupid. Stupid way of thinking. So I don't know how to end this little chapter right here. I just, you know, I wonder if some way, form, or shape, if Christian Bale or any of the cast members or the director are going to be interviewed, or they're going to make a press conference about these recent events on the situation and stuff. Granted, it's not the Dark Knight movie's fault that these situations happened. You know, but still, it would have helped to hear at least something. I mean, Christian Bale, you know, I know they're announcing this is going to be the last Batman film or whatever. I hope the studio didn't just plant some plants in there just to start, you know, whole rumors, the whole thing. Like, I know Michael mentioned that about the whole people, the scumbags writing these horrible things to critics to spark buzz or whatever, so they can try to get people into the theaters. I doubt if they're going to get people into the theaters now with this whole situation. Because the movie theater, to me, I always saw it as an escape, as a release. To be at the auditorium, to sit. I always sat in the back row. Sit in the back row with the extra speakers. I mean, I got a little home theater here. It's good. But the movie theater, it's bigger. You see it on the big screen. It's an experience. Really it is. Yeah, like that. Despite Tron Legacy and the AVP. I mean, AVP films at the theater, I enjoyed them when I saw them at the theater. But You know, afterwards, it didn't grow. Avatar, I saw it in 3D. It looked beautiful in 3D. Home is just another fucking movie. That's it. And I know there was a story Matt mentioned how people were taking their lives because they don't live in Pandorum with the Navi. And I don't want to sound like a paranoia or nothing like that, but you know, it's kind of strange how this whole thing, people saying 2012, the world's gonna end, it's gonna end. I wonder if somebody's gonna bring that shit up during the week when all this whole media circus is gonna go down about this whole thing in Colorado, this horrible stuff that went down in Colorado and in the UK and stuff. Oh, maybe it's 2012, maybe you know how they were saying how 2012 the world's gonna end and stuff like that. And all that's gonna do is, which I heard stories about, is make teenagers and people in the 20s be so depressed about 2012 ending the world that a lot of people are gonna take their lives. To me, I look at it as, well, okay, the planets are gonna align. That's it. I know it's been strange the past season we had, pretty much. No winter, basically. I mean, we had little cold days here and there, single digits. No snow, okay. We had sort of an early summer. I know the past couple of days there was a heat wave, 100-degree temperatures. Right now, yesterday, we had a lot of relief. We had rain, finally. And I have my little fan on and the air conditioner. I don't have the air conditioner on and stuff, so maybe I'll sleep comfortably tonight. Hopefully stay like this for a couple of days. I know August is usually the backbone of the summer, pretty much. That's when the heat wave really hits us. I'm hoping maybe the way things are going, maybe we had this big heat wave. Maybe in August we'll get a little flip. Maybe things will get more moderate. Who knows? Only time will tell. You know, but these disciples and these maniacs who did this shit, these people should be taken off this planet, really. Put them on a ship and fly them off somewhere. That's it. Because that makes you wonder, as crazy, as silly as it sounds, why we don't get visited by extraterrestrial life? They figured that these human beings, look at them, these mortals, look at them. They run around, they killing each other for this, for that, for turf, because of skin color, because of this, because of that, because of jealousy, because of rage, because of this, because of movies, or not because of movies, or because of this and that and that and this, because of religion. No wonder we don't get visited by intelligent life. I agree once again with what Matt said. The whole thing about how the reason why I don't like movies like where the human race looks like shit. We get enough of that in reality. I remember one quote that in that movie Starman, which I want to do a re-review of, because I didn't like the way the song or the score came out, overdubbing my voice or whatever. That, you know what I like about you humans? You are at your best. When things are at the darkest, you are at your best. Once again, of course, that goes to 9/11. I mean, we could have tore ourselves apart afterwards, but no, we came in, we were neighborly to each other, we said, hey, probably an American, you know. Granted, I complain about Hollywood, I complain about society, but I wouldn't want to be anywhere else, to be honest. I would love to be out in the sticks somewhere, away from the city sometimes, me and my family, and still live the quiet life in the country and stuff. Some people had told me, but you wouldn't like it in the country, it's too quiet. After growing up in the city, I can deal with the quietness, believe me. Especially with my remote control stuff. If I was around the area where Matt was at, or Mike, or Michael, in fact, I don't think they're out in the sticks or whatever, but the burbs or whatever, I don't know exactly where they're at, or a small town, but I guarantee if all of us team up together, you know, we're in the same area, we will have some fun together. We would. Think about it. We have a get together at Michael's house, something like that, bullshit left to right, stuff like that. Go to Matt's house. Look at go to his room. He has all his DVD room. He has DVD room. All his rooms are very good shit, by the way, man. The collection like that. So, wow, you got this movie, really cool. Let's watch this, stuff like that. Let's check out your Blu-ray. Watch your Blu-ray and stuff. Go to Mike's house. They go, Mike, why you got a laser disc of Alien 3? Why? Why is Yeah, we have some fun or whatever. Go to Mario's house and some Iron Maiden or whatever. You know, bullshit a little bit of Mario and stuff. Maybe who knows? Maybe we'll fly in Tony and Eddie from Tijuana. Get your plane ticket. Come out there to hang out with us, you know? Bullshit with us and everything. You know, maybe your brother Eddie will probably do some free running demos and stuff. Watch this and try to do a free run and bust his ass or something. We all laugh. Hey, you fucking nuts! No, no, I got it. Look, look, watch this. You know, or he actually do something. Oh, wow, that's crazy and stuff like that. So we all have a good time and stuff. I'm not saying there's all evil people out there. I mean, you got the good, you got the bad, and then you got the ugly. That's how it is out there. You know, it's just the way you interact with it and the way it affects you sometimes. And I don't know what else to end with that, but that's just my 2 cents on it and everything like that. And you know, once again, I want to give a moment of silence for the relatives and pretty much family members and friends who had lost or lost people during the thing in Colorado and what happened in UK and those who were injured and stuff. Give a moment of silence out of respect. So, moment of silence. Amen. Alright, now I'll switch the subject a little bit. I already got that out of the way. I mean, I didn't mean it like that, but you know what I mean. So now we get on something else. Okay. I saw two new trailers, which I didn't do a video reaction to. Like, I saw them when I was hanging out with Matt the other night when we were watching that short movie with Thomas Jane, Dirty Laundry and stuff. Which I thank you guys for your feedback and stuff on that. And hopefully you guys do some reviews out there that those you cared for it or not or whatever. It's a short film, you know. Okay, I saw a trailer for the much awaited new Dolph Lundgren movie called One in the Chamber, which that's the one that stars Cuba Gooding Jr. You guys know from Boys in the Hood, and of course he won the Oscar, I believe, for Jerry Maguire and stuff. Cuba Gooding Jr. hasn't been on the big screen. I think last time he was on the big screen was he had a small part of American Gangster. I think that's about it. Or you can see Norbit. Majority of his films have been straight to DVD, ironically enough through Sony and stuff. And I don't know, a couple of his movies, I haven't seen many of them or whatever. I know Cuba Gooding Jr. these days, he's trying to be taken seriously as an action guy. I don't know if he could pull that off, to be honest. I really don't. I'm not sure. I mean, I will say he has a lot more potential than Channing Tatum, at least. I will say that. But One in the Chamber, I think, is a movie about, I guess, Cuba Gooding Jr. plays a hitman who I think works for a mobster family or something. And I think something goes wrong or something happens. And the opposite family he's trying to kill, they hire a contractor, a hitman. And the hitman they hire is Dolph Lundgren. So it seems like Dolph Lundgren in the trailer is like he's having a lot of fun with this role. It's kind of like a fun bad guy or fun character, kind of like a gunner, like the gunny character, or maybe like Andrew Scott a little bit. You know, like a fun character that he's playing. I'm a little bit tiny bit disappointed with him because I was thinking maybe it'd be Cuba Gooding Jr. and Dolph Lundgren teaming up, but it's actually them versus each other. I don't know, really like if it was Michael Jai White versus Dolph Lundgren, then I would be a little more relaxed. I'm like, all right, two martial artists going at it, okay, be interesting. Michael Jai White fought Steven Seagal. That was a bullshit fight. And Michael Jai White had a better fight with Jean-Claude Van Damme in Universal to the Return. And now, okay, opposite Dolph. Okay. But no, this is Cuba Gooding Jr. versus Dolph. I mean, I do want to see it though. I do want to see it. It looks like maybe a curiosity just to see where they might go with this. Okay, see what happens. Now I saw another trailer, which I want to get the title of the movie here. I believe I have it on my history section here. Maximum Conviction. Now this is a movie that stars, get ready for this folks, Steven Seagal and Stone Cold Steve Austin. And of course, Michael Pare. What I'm getting from the info of the film is Seagal and Austin play two correction officers or marshals or something at this, I guess at this prison. And I guess there's a woman there who I think some faction or some whatever government agency, somebody wants to get a hold of this woman to kill her if she knows something and everything like that. And of course the bad guys is Michael Pare. Alright. It's better than seeing Michael Pare at least away from Weibo at least. I still like the guy as an actor, just his projects lately really and stuff like that. I didn't mind him as a bad guy in that Dolph Lundgren movie he did, Direct Contact, even though I kind of wish he had a little more to do. And he had a good come up, and that was probably the memorable part about the film, to be honest. But it wasn't a bad film. It has its problem, but it wasn't bad. Him there, Seagal there. For some reason or another, I can't put my finger on it, Seagal looks very different. Now, what I mean by that, I remember him being very heavy around the chin. Now, I don't know if he got fucking surgery or by any chance maybe somebody close to his camp had a talk with him, or maybe he took notice that he didn't look that good with the extra weight. Cause it seems like he slimmed down a bit. Which I looked at the Twitter like, Steven? I'm not saying he looks like he used to look like, but like I don't know, like this already seems like it kind of slimmed down a bit. And the little clips I've seen, well, in the trailer, I should say, look like Steven is actually doing some stuff okay. Austin is going to be working with him together, kind of like a little bit of a buddy thing maybe. Both of them against Michael Pare, a bunch of government bad guys. And also, to make matters worse, the bad guys let out a bunch of psychopath prisoners loose. Talk about a body count in the making, maybe. So, I'm a little curious about this one, though. I don't know why. I'm not excited about it, but I'm a little curious. Okay. Steven looks like he slimmed down a bit. Michael Pare is your bad guy. Seems like almost like a siege story, kind of like an assault on prison 13 type of thing. Okay, these people trying to get inside this prison or trying to get to this girl in Austin, and Seagal got to stop them from getting in and make things worse. They let out all the psychopath convicts and stuff to add to the chaos. So maybe it could deliver, maybe it could drop the ball like a lot of Stevens movies. So, I don't know about it. I can understand why a lot of people throw in the towel to go. I'm one of them. But by any chance, if this one movie could deliver on what it's promising to deliver, okay. If it goes down the shit like everything else, then that's it. That's it. This is Steven's chance now for redemption. Not Kill Switch, not the other fucking bullshit movies. Here's the chance. Now granted, I know it's sad that Austin, Expendables was a hit. Made all that money, right? Austin hasn't been getting any big theatric movies. He had Tactical Force last year. That's about it. That was a good one. Got to see him be a little bit of the wild man, a little bit okay. With Michael Jai White, all right. Doll, I mean, he did, I think, Hunt to Kill. I think that came out a little bit after Expendables. That's a good one. Right? Gary Daniels, he had that little movie Forced to Kill with Peter Weller. It's like kind of a fighting film. Right? That wasn't a big theatric film. And Gary Daniels was in the Expendables. Right? Dolph Lundgren. He does the Expendables. What does he follow Expendables up with? Sequel to Dunn, was it In the Name of the King, which I heard was very horrible. Which I heard Dolph's spirit didn't look like it was in it for that movie. I don't blame him. The Dolphin said, "Wow, I don't get it. I went to the Comic-Con. I went here. I was working on Stallone. It was a big hit. Where's the offers? It's that sad. Where are the offers? Really?" He's like, "Oh, if it's Expendables, yes, you get the big theater, get this, but come on, why is that? I don't understand that. Why is that?" A little food for thought there, you know, which is a little bit of a depressing to think about, but hey, maybe this will cheer you up a bit. What I got coming up this weekend, I dubbed this weekend Bruce Lee weekend. That's right. Yours truly is going to review all the Bruce Lee films. The Big Boss, Fist of Fury, Way of the Dragon, or the American titles you guys know them by. Fist of Fury, Chinese Connection, Return of the Dragon, Enter the Dragon, and yes, Game of Death. I'm going to review all those movies. I might do it in the same fashion the way I did. But the reason I'm reviewing the Bruce Lee films is, here's another note. July 20th, which was yesterday, was the day that, in 1973, that Bruce Lee was taken from us. The man was 32 years old. He was in the prime of his, he was pretty much, Enter the Dragon was his big American film debut, and he was taken from us. A lot of conspiracies about how. Some say an aneurysm, which that's the legitimate, of course. Some want to say the mysticism about a curse. Some want to say regarding a murder because of a rival faction that didn't like the idea of Bruce teaching the Eastern martial arts to the foreigners. So many conspiracies about that. All I know is the man is no longer with us. That's all I know, and he's greatly, greatly missed. He is, without a shadow of doubt, one of my favorite action stars of all time. Yes, I know there's Stallone. Yes, I know there's Schwarzenegger. Yes, I know there's Van Damme. There's many others. And I still enjoy those and stuff like that. I really do. I enjoy those guys a lot. Even Jason Statham, Gary Daniels. I'm starting to get into his films. Jeff Speakman, but I gotta give credit where credit is due. You know, Bruce. I mean, when I go more into his reviews, I'll talk more about it. But so, like what I did for his son Brandon Lee was another one who's greatly missed. I remember way back when he was taken from us, I reviewed his films close to the time he was taken from us to pay homage to him. And I want to do that with Bruce. And I hope you guys tune in, because I know way back when, in my first or my second account, I did something I was experimenting with called Asian Cinema Legends, and nobody tuned in. Nobody at all. And I took that as a serious loss. And I remember the first movie I did talk about was the first Bruce Lee film. I hope you people go with an open mind and tune into these, please. I don't want to hear, oh, but it's spoilers. The movie came out in 73. Come on. You know, I mean, I'm sure the majority of you people had to see Bruce Lee movies by now, besides Mario and stuff. You know, give these movies a shot. It's like, come on, it's Bruce Lee, for fuck's sake. So that's coming up this weekend. I'm going to start watching The movies maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow. Review, put 2 movies up in one review pretty much to balance it out. And of course, do my closing thoughts on Bruce Lee as well, like I did with Richard Pryor and everything like that. And all that stuff like that. And so you guys stay tuned for that. And I'm 15 minutes into this. I don't know how to end this video. I don't know what to title this video. Because a lot of deep stuff in here. My opinion on the stuff that on the tragedy that happened in Colorado and UK, and a thing with a bunch of fuckwits sending hate stuff or threats to critics and my human beings in general, sharing a picture of myself, my grandmother, and my mom, and of course the me with hair, everything like that. When you grow it back, there's nothing to grow back. I had a big bald spot here, man. Back then, it wasn't that bad, so it started thinning out, and that was it. That's how I looked, though. Like that. So, but thank you all for tuning in, bottom of my heart, and I really hope you guys do tune in to the Bruce Lee weekend and stuff. And oh, by the way, thank you, Matt, for sending me a link. It's letting me know about that Hitcher documentary, which I had already. Thanks to Mario once again. Thank you, Mario. Once again, Mario. I did a rip. I ripped it from YouTube in case it gets taken down, so I can put it on DVD-R, put it with the Hitcher in case I review those films. Maybe I'll review the Hitcher film maybe sometime next weekend, depending on how everything goes and stuff. Like that. But thank you all from the bottom of my heart for tuning in, and hopefully with this stuff going on here that you all do enjoy your weekend. If you go by any chance see Dark Knight Rises, just be careful out there, okay? I mean, I'm not saying it's gonna happen everywhere, but if you do go see it, just please be careful out there and stuff. And if you enjoy the film, fine. If you hate the film, that's great. Don't let anybody intimidate you or threaten you about, oh, you should like this film. It's not going to work. Intimidation doesn't go nowhere. It's not going to force people to change their minds. That's all right. But you guys know that for a fact anyway. But like I said before, thank you all for tuning in. And enjoy the start of your weekend. And you all take it easy. Stay tuned for the Bruce Lee weekend reviews, okay? Later.